Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, here at home with this conference opponent and heated rival coming in, this is an opportunity to make a name for themselves in the conference. The SEC is off to a competitive start, and they have got to prove themselves here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteers offense will have the football first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And this talented guy out wide, man, for this offense, he has had his way this season. This will be the biggest challenge for him. And what's the answers on that side? What do they present? Nobody's really been able to stop him, and he's going to get his. But, Palmer, how do they limit the damage, and how do they maybe focus on him and make others beat you?
Well, they talked to us this week on defense, and they said, look, we want to play zone as much as we can. We need to bracket him as often as possible in and out, but we know he's going to line up in different spots, so obviously we've got to communicate. The one thing the quarterback told us this week is, I don't care where he lines up, and I don't care who they cover him with, if it's one or two guys, I'm still throwing him the football because I know he is going to make plays.
It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
And the Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They thought they had that screen set up, but there was a giant hole in the screen, and they went backwards.
Defense obviously did a good job watching tape, Reese. They know this is an offense that's going to try and take advantage of their pass rush upfield and try to sneak some screens in, but nobody on defense fooled that time.
Pressure coming. Fires left. It's caught. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know, receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, And strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Gonna run it. It's McAllister. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching. Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Going to try to get it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. The Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Hunter. Corralled and brought down by the defense. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Calls his own number. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Trying to get it to the marker. Stop, no chance. This defensive line won the battle, and they got the football back with a fourth down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. The run inside. It's McAllister. Hauled down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Sellers. That's caught. It's Tuggle. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. To the air, it's Sellers. Rushes on him, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Caught in the backfield, it's McAllister. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Plows through the defense. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Got a man, it's Hunter. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. The throw. It's caught. He breaks a tackle. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. Finding some room. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Vols will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Hunter. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Trying to run, it's Johnson. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Vols!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
From the gun on third down, Sellers. Zings it complete to the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Sellers to the air again. Bringing the heat. Shakes off the defender. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Sellers. The sure hands, it's Sellers. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's McAllister. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, it's McAllister. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. They get to him as he throws. Fires and picked off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you could see sitting back in cover two, understanding I got to get my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker. Nice.
Takes it the other way. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. The Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Slings it downfield. Fires it incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. The Volunteers line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarter,
breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Gamecocks just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Might as well give it to him again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Sellers. Got it in the middle. It's Tuggle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's McAllister. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Oh, they're after him. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Running inside, it's Johnson. At the 35, he's got room. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
4 wideouts set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Fires to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's Sellers to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Sellers. This time he's got his man. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Sellers unleashes one deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor. And the Volunteers will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We check in with Holly Rowe.
checking in with the South Carolina head coach coming out of the locker room. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. If they get the ball here to start the second, we'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's going to run it. Got room at the 35. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best corner.
There's some room. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Sellers. Dumps it to the back. Finds his man. It's McAllister. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, the bad news on defense is you gave up a big completion. The good news, though, you showed great effort making a tackle and getting him down inside the 5-yard line. Effort does matter, and we'll see. If they can hold the offense here to 3 points, that might be the type of play defensively that may win you this game.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it.
And he's in! Touchdown, South Carolina! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Coming out with it, it's Dodson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen. But did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away, and he's able to make a big-time stop.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. Working the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And
that's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And late in the football games coaches are like, don't make the mistake. In this offense, they just did it. Tied football game. They put the ball on the deck. The defense recovers. Now they're going to have to depend on their defense to come out, get a stop, and keep them in this football game.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Makes the grab. It's Sellers. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the sack. He'll pull it down. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Here's Sellers to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Sellers. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll give it to Auguste. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneaking the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. A little handoff, a little sneak attack. Great play call.
Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Here comes the heat. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Pulls it on the option. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown Gamecocks! That one will give them the lead.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Dodson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the ball's moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to Johnson. Finds some fresh air. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Got a man. It's Jackson. And they make the tackle not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Dangerous screen into traffic. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
You know, it's going to be so important for this offense to get better up front protecting and try to give this quarterback a pocket to throw from, because David, right now in that last play, he had no chance.
Yeah, and step one in stopping a good passing attack is always being able to affect the quarterback. And it's not always with sacks, and sometimes it's with pressures, but when you get the sacks and now you get them behind the sticks and put them in more predictable situations, that is exactly what you want from your defense.
Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. On the run, it's McAllister. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's McAllister.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Sellers. Quickly out for the tight end. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Sets up the screen. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. The Volunteers will call their 1st timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
Throwing Sellers. With the catch, it's Tuggle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Run in the red zone, it's McAllister. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Gamecocks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Ready?
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Keeps it himself. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this to extend the lead late. And he got it! And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll bring it out. It's Dotson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Might as well stick with him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. What a show both of these teams put on today. couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle.